This video is about red ocean and blue ocean strategy. Mostly it will be about blue ocean strategy. But before I talk about blue ocean strategy, I feel the need to actually explain what the red ocean strategy is. So, first of all, red ocean strategy is known as what almost everybody is doing right about now. That is, they are fighting to gain market shares in the existing market. Almost all of the strategies we get to know and use are red ocean strategies. That is because the sole goal of these strategies is to capture the market space from the competition. Most of the companies either go for differentiation or low cost. If you use either this or that, you are actually going with red ocean strategy. The reason this strategy is called red ocean strategy is because the market is compared to an ocean, and the extreme competition is going to leave the ocean bloody red. So obviously you know that this video is mostly going to be about blue ocean strategy. Now we will move on to what blue ocean strategy is, how a company can potentially move on with blue ocean strategies, and we will also get to know about some examples of the blue ocean strategy. So, what is the blue ocean strategy? Well, it is mostly stated as an unknown market space. Now, you might be thinking, if it is unknown, then how can you go on and make it known? And that would be a good question. Some people might be thinking that you have to invent a completely new product or a service to create a blue ocean. But no, that is not the case. You can create a blue ocean by inventing a product or service, but you do not have to invent a new product or service to do so. So, what do you need to do? Well, you need to find out new ways of fulfilling the needs that the customers already have, but in a different way. These are the needs that the customers need to be fulfilled, and these are the needs that are probably getting fulfilled in one way or another. But you have to come up with a better way to fulfill these needs so that the customers will see the benefit of doing business with you and they will flock to you. You can do this with a combination of differentiation and low cost. Combine them both to create a new way of doing business, and that is going to in turn create a new demand from the people in the market. That way you will end up making the competition completely irrelevant. Now, how does a company that is already working in the red ocean move to the clean blue ocean? I have already talked a little bit about it. You can do that by focusing on differentiation and low cost at the same time. Most companies go for an either or solution, either differentiation or low cost strategy. But if you differentiate enough while providing a low cost to the potential customers, you are going to have yourself an uncontested marketplace. And that is going to be your blue ocean strategy. I hope it is clear now, but for the sake of better understanding, you already know that I am obviously going to provide an example. There have been many examples that have been discussed in many ways to explain the blue ocean strategy. People have talked about Uber and how they invented the way of traveling, and Airbnb making hotels obsolete, NetJets completely renewing a business sector, and they can be proper examples of blue ocean strategy, but I am going to talk about something older. Well, old compared to today, but when it first started, it was absolutely revolutionary. And I am of course talking about iTunes. Yes, we have been so accustomed to iTunes because it seems like iTunes has been there for so long. Well, it has actually been there for almost 20 years. And that is a long time, but that is not actually really long time compared to other older medias. And I am actually talking about the iTunes Music Store, not the iTunes Music Player. The iTunes Music Player started in 2001, but the Music Store first launched in 2003. And they started with 200,000 songs. Then they expanded from there, and they actually have a lot more songs than that right now. Oh, and they also launched it simultaneously with their third generation iPod. Now, what is so revolutionary about it, you might ask? Well, before iTunes, if someone wanted to buy a song from an artist, they would have to buy the entire album from that artist. So, if you wanted to listen to a single song, you might have needed to buy an entire album with 12 or 14 songs in them. What iTunes actually did was give the opportunity to buy a single song to the listeners. At that time, it was completely unheard of. You can buy one song at a very cheap rate. Some artists were not happy with the pricing of every single song, as they thought that their art was more valuable than that. But everyone eventually agreed because there was another problem with the music industry at that time. That is, there were websites like LimeWire and Napster where music was being shared for free. And with music being shared for free, the artists were not making any money with that free sharing of music. A lot of artists protested against Napster and websites like that. iTunes completely paved the way to the customers a new way of consuming music. They dove into the blue ocean and they have been expanding their business till this day. And now I hope you understand what blue ocean strategy is, why it is called blue ocean strategy, why it is good to follow the blue ocean strategy, how to go for the blue ocean strategy if you are already going with the red ocean strategy, and examples of blue ocean strategy. Now, for the bonus section, I'd like to say that Spanish for what is your name is ¿Cuál es tu nombre? Nombre means name. What is your name? ¿Cuál es tu nombre? And that is the official end of this video. You can like, share, comment, subscribe, yada yada yada. You can do anything you want. You can also support this channel on Patreon if you think you want to. No pressure on that. And now, in the end, I really hope you learned something new today.